This is Nostrovini, and this is from the city that never sleeps, never takes care of its homeless crisis in the correct way. Now, right now, what we're doing is our glorious leader, Premier whatever the hell's name is, Zoom, is not letting us take down the homeless bed brings to let the homeless inside to sit in the homeless shelter. No, if they don't want to, they have a lifestyle, and their lifestyle is just that you don't understand. Their lifestyle is to freeze to death. So 15 have died so far in this coming experiment in the city. Meanwhile, his own people have turned against him. Oh yeah, because Albany is not going to foot the bill for all this stuff that he wants to do, like free buses, free subsidized, bodegas, which actually would put out the business of the bodegas. What is he trying to do? Destroy the infrastructure of the goddamn city with the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans who own most of the bodegas? My God, that man is a madman. He would make us go through a lot, and then he's chasing away all the rich people, and all the white people too. But I'm staying. I'm an alabaster bastard. His new girl. You know who's in charge of housing? She thinks that people who are white having as part of white supremacy having their own homes. Oh my goodness. What's going to happen to me? Am I going to be disenfranchised from my home? And he said, even black people shouldn't have their own homes. All should be collectively owned by the collective. Yeah, that's the way it's all his friends can get the homes. And pay off underneath. You know how it is. Ay, 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 what the commies. But now they're turning against him because he can't get the money for his little plans. He got billions and billions of dollars. He can't print it up. He does all of them. He can't print it up. And Mr. Trumpy is going to cut the whole thing off. And lightly so. There should be no such thing as sanctuary cities and Soviets running the capitalist capital of the world. Easily, capitalism works if everybody's reasonable. They don't gouge rents and they don't gouge. That's all. That's all. So you have a stipulated community. Uh, Look at this. First layer of film. They don't like Milana. Milana, Milana, my beautiful Milana, with your accent so cute. She knows 5 languages. They make her seem like she's dumb. And then Hillary gets the right off because Milana had old-fashioned attitude. Sometimes Trumpy gets a little frisky and he has a little affair, but it's old-fashioned affair. She looks the other way, the old-fashioned way. It's not like Hillary, Clinton was an Olympian with the affairs. And but he has no more. But then the liberals don't have any morality, so they don't have nothing to fall back on. Their moralities of the 1960s and business. It's business in 1960. Lots of sex, but no fidelity. No, there's love there, but it's a business arrangement with those guys. Their business is more important than their kids and their husbands. You can't even get a sandwich out of them. You ever try to get a sandwich out of a feminist? Eh. And after but they want you to pay for their meals. Oh yes, yeah, that's a what you call it, recertification or something like that. That's their version of, making the scales even. So I have to suffer because of a suffragette suffering 100 years ago. Now look at the Ayatollah's warning. The Ayatollah's saying, we're going to go to war with you. You've been war with us for 50 years. Let's do it. Let's go bomb all the Ayatollah's bunker and put him out of business and then let the Iranians we sweep up the rest. Little special forces there to help them out, a little Israeli operation there, and it's no more Iranian regime. None of this like negotiating about the atomic bombs. We bombed them up already. We got them on the ropes. You gonna let them survive? So to fight and bankroll this terrorists another day? That's crazy. You wackadoo. Yeah, I'll tell you, the commies, Robin Hood left and right. And they see, no, I don't say the Republicans are all totally honest, but at least they're productive. They're not robbing the taxpayer for the most part. They're robbing, and they're getting payoffs from the oil companies and the big industries, which is okay if they're American industries, America first. But the commies or the Democratic Party, they'll take a payoff from any bond. So like the Violet Sun, you know, and they're scum. They're just scum. There's no morality there, you know. They'll do a grudge because somebody got his feelings hurt because somebody called him the F word 50 years ago in 1968. And if they can get him, they'll get him. It's not gonna work. The guys aren't gonna win. Charlie Clash. This teachers union, which is a protective organization of communists and Marxists, doesn't want to have charter schools in which people they do well because they're good students. They want that. They want them to teach, this anti-American, pro-communist, pro-transgender charters, the extremes, not live and let live, but let me take your kids away from you and castrate them and let me educate you to hate your own country, the greatest country in the world, God's country. And I don't like that. He's come to the God of wrath. Now, unfortunately, the God of wrath can be pretty wrathful. He's old, he doesn't have good vision, he'll knock out a few innocent people who even support him, like myself. But it'll be worth seeing those bastards, left-wing bastards, the surprise on their face when the Lord himself comes down to smite them. I'd like to smite them myself, but I'm not in a position. All I could do is cheer them on. To longevity, see, oh, this is Kim Kardashian. She's got, I didn't know, I thought in order to get immortal like Dorian Gray, you had to make a deal with Fest. Now, apparently, she don't have to. She just has a lot of plastic, literal plastic, I think. Uh, and a lot of surgeons, and they put, I heard they put dead bodies that you're behind. Or your own body, they take, but I heard they do it with dead bodies. That's ghoulish. That's ghoulish. Longevity secret. But Trump's ceasefire policy. No, Trump is such a brilliant man. We're dealing with a multitude of problems, but he always manages to win because he has all three tapes in him. It's winner, loser, and in betweener. And he can switch modes with his pure will. He's a great man. Great man. We're lucky to have him. And he single-handedly has defeated the system that was corrupt from top to bottom. My God, what a man. What a man that we got on our hands. Let's see. Trump's he's got a policeman. Let me tell you something. Trump is gonna outlive that goddamn Putin. Putin's, we got him on the ropes. This country's falling apart. People are turning against him. He can't hold it together, and economically, that's all Trump is doing. We we're who's escalating now? The thing is, what you have to do with Antifa and the Antifa primarily because they're Antifa front organization, socialists, the communists, is outlaw it and deport them, even if they're American. We did it to Eleanor Goldberg. She managed to get killed in Germany later on. You put them, get them out, get them out, get out. But by freedom of speech, not if you're trying to overthrow the government. The alternative to that is just they want to get their street thugs against ICE. We bring in some of the January 6th heroes into the situation, and we have a nice boom, 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 muscular battle. We'll see who's tougher. I think the January 6th people are legitimately patriots. While these homegrown commies, some of them got fanatics, and some are just like paid hired hands, and they don't like to hire. The mercenaries don't fight that good. Don't call it a protest. It's not a protest. Protesters go, "Hey, is this from Bombay?" They don't get in the faces of policemen and try to undermine them. That's not how it works. It's not how it works. Okay, I'm gonna go goodbye. I look good. Oh, You're gonna lose a little bit here. Oh, good. Feel good too. Look at Chinaman.